What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio. Shout in as always. I got my podcast partner off in this thing, the original hot boy himself, Mr. YNT Turk.
Whoa,
What up, dude?
what's happening? What's happening, man? Y'all already know, man. Bro, bumming out here. You dig?
Okay now.
Yeah.
I mean, Turk, we got to get straight to it, though, man. I mean, you just went back up there and did Drink Champs again, linking back up with Noriega and DJ EFN.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it broke the net again, man,
Yeah.
and ruffled a few feathers along the way of you telling your truth. Talk to me about that interview, though, man. I got a chance to peek at it. It was a damn good one as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how did you feel, and what was your purpose, and what was it that you wanted people to really take from that interview? Do you feel like folks are taking what you was trying to, get folks to understand?
You know, B, I'm in the point in my life right now where I'm unapologetic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things was said about me, you know what I'm saying? And, people ain't had no issue or no problem. At least they didn't display it, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, when things is being said, it affect me and my family, you know what I'm talking about? And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, things were said from people who I thought, with me being loyal to throughout all these years, you know what I'm talking about, they would never say, you know what I'm talking about? And I didn't respond when these things were said, because I was getting phone calls like, man, two wrongs don't make a right. So I went to question myself like, damn, maybe they right. Do I deserve a motherfucker to respond to me? I deserve a motherfucker to respond, but I felt like motherfuckers was more reacting than responding, you know what I'm saying? And it's a difference.
Yeah.
You can respond to somebody and don't be disrespectful. You feel me? But when you react to motherfucker, you emotional and you don't know what you're saying and you don't know how it'll come out. And you ain't thinking about how it come out because you emotional at the time, you know what I'm saying? I try not to make no emotional movements, bro. Especially on people that I consider, you know what I'm saying, that I know I got some type of history with, some type of, that I fuck with these niggas to a certain extent. It might not be, how it used to be, but I got enough respect to not disrespect them they significant others. My loyalty reached that level. But niggas showed me that theirs didn't. So when I went on Drink Champs, bro, I been wanted to say something, but I wanted to go to Drink Champ not only, to respond to the accusations and the insinuations, you know what I'm saying, but to get some clarification. I wanted to be clear about a lot of things that was foggy that I felt like people needed to have some overstanding on, you know what I'm saying? I apologized to a few people where I felt like I had to hold myself accountable, because that's what being a man is. When you sit back and you go to watching and you analyzing after listening, I'm human, I hear people, and I want to see what offended people when I was on Drink Champs before. I had to hold myself accountable about Gilly. I had to hold myself accountable about what I say about Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Far as me speaking about Geneva watches, allegedly what people were supposed to be mad about, after me hearing another nigga say the same thing, you know what I'm saying, and he didn't get the same backlash, that can't be what a motherfucker mad about, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have nothing else to clear the rum about but these insinuations. He know what he did. No, I didn't know what I did. You know what I'm talking about? I know what I did, far as when you was in your situation. I know you ain't had this and ain't had that, and I took time out my busy schedule, whatever I was doing, to try to make sure this was straight, that was straight, reach out to this person and reach out to that person. So if I couldn't compensate it to make it happen, shit, these niggas can. That's my mindset though, and that's my loyalty. But my loyalty wasn't getting rewarded. It also was brought to my attention, you know what I'm saying, that, niggas seem like everybody knew about me getting kicked off the tour, but me. And I was having some type of insinuations of my own that, damn, replaying shit in my head, like maybe this was like this, maybe, but then my loyalty making me be like, nah, nigga ain't do that. This don't have nothing to do with them. But after that Drink Champ situation, not the Drink Champ, the No Limit Cash Money situation, when homie made the broad statement that he said, you know what I'm saying, we gonna fuck with you when we wanna fuck with you, that was kind of like the last straw. I gotta go get some clarity. So, you know what I'm saying, me and my wife, took us a trip, bruh. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? And that's what I did, man. I was intentional about what I did. I know I would have gone to Drink Champs to do.
Yeah.
And that's intentionally be clear about any false accusations about me. You know what I'm saying? About anything anybody may have said. And I wanted to know why niggas was so mad. I'm the one got kicked off the tour. And the nigga ain't answered that yet.
With that being said, though, Turk, you know, from the outside looking in at a lot of this stuff, I mean, I think about Cash Money, I think about the Hot Boys, and I think about how much y'all have to actually celebrate. A lot of people don't have the same amount of stuff that y'all got to celebrate when it comes to records going crazy, when it comes to movements going crazy, when it comes back to the fact that, you know, people that did long-ass prison sentences and are all free and healthy and above ground and here to celebrate together. At what point do you think y'all will be able to get back to the celebration, or is that something that's just not even gonna be able to happen?
Man, nigga gotta get some respect all around the board, dawg. You can't respect who could give you access, who you may think could give you access, and say, you know what, this ain't beneficial to me right now, so, you know, I'm gonna insinuate this to justify why I'm not doing what I ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I step in there. You know, homie do a song, call that motherfucker Reunion, and shout out every motherfucker but me. To me, that's a slick diss. Whether you say it or you don't say it. You know what I'm saying? When you go do a Drink Champs and say you take me off a song that you asked me to get on at the studio, that you agreed that I murked that motherfucker, but you go on Drink Champs and insinuate you took me off because you don't condone negativity. That's bullshit, dog. So I'ma call that out and be clear. Explain yourself about that. So, you know, as I'm doing all these things, homie go in the comment like a fan and write a long ass statement. You know what I'm talking about? And what I got out that statement, he said, you bite the hand that feeds you. First of all, he on this Back That Ass Up tour. I got called to come do an event that he had situations going on in New Orleans. He tell me, damn, this motherfucker ain't never been packed like this. You a seller. So from that, man, look, man, I could bust the dough down with you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna be able to do that, man, because I'm over here. I got this gun. I got my own motion. You feel me? But I could be a support because I'm, you know, I'm loyal like that. I'm a help where help needed. You feel me? Mm-hmm. The tour come up, man. Look, I want you to be on a tour. I'm gonna pay you $10,000 for 30 dates. Cool, cause he already knew my price for doing that. So you know, we ain't like that to where I'm gonna do it for anything other than what I charge. But I ain't gonna charge you what I charge everybody else. It's business. That's not you doing me no favor. That's you booking me on your tour for support to make that motherfucker sell out more. You singing all my songs anyway. You feel me? You singing everybody else's songs anyway. So it makes sense. You on the stage and you doing everybody's songs. That shit tiring. I know it was. So I assisted on that tour. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And he was pleased with that. If you go look back and you see Turk on the Back That Ass Up tour, when Turk come out, I'm not, you know, boring when I come out that motherfucker. The crowd going crazy. They waiting. Oh, Turk on the tour. Now you don't have to say, man, this my favorite part of the song. I wish my little bro was here because I'm there like it should have been anyway. But before that, prior to that, he hadn't been doing that shit for like 5 years. But you know, sometimes you gotta recreate yourself, and I was all cool for it. I didn't appreciate it, but I was grateful for when you reached out and you told me, you know what I'm saying, bro, look, I got this, I got that. Mm-hmm. But don't make it like you did me a favor. We did each other a favor, because that $10,000 that you said you was gonna pay me went down to $5,000. I did you a favor, say, okay, cool, I was understanding. Then that $5,000 went down to $3,500. I was understanding until I was like, look, bro, I can't, you know, because there come a time, I got a family, I got to travel, I got to do this, so I'm going to let you know. And it always be a problem when I go to speaking up and letting a motherfucker know what it is and what it ain't. Why you so mad from me being straight up as a man You feel me? I ain't disrespect. I can take it there. You feel me? I could be on all that, be on the shade, rum, academic, all the messy shit. I could be there, dog. But I don't react in my emotions, but I'ma respond to any insinuations and get clarification. So in this long ass comment, to bring it back to that, after a clip resurfaced from the Drink Champ, I didn't even think it was home. I'm like, somebody got that nigga phone. Cause I know other people run his Instagram. I'm like, that ain't homie. My team like, man, that's him. That's him. They say even if it ain't him, it's him because it's his page, you feel me? And once again, if a motherfucker didn't have had nothing to do, you still got my number, you feel me? Like, look, man, a misunderstanding, conversation, communication. That's how you started when you wanted me to come and be a part of your tour. You feel me? But you needed me for something. See, I know you needed me for something because your people talking to my people like, look, he needs you. Listen what I'm telling you. He needs you. But nah, we need each other. I ain't even put myself on a pedestal because we connected at the hip somehow, some way. I'm not arrogant and cocky like, nigga, you need me. But don't insinuate like I'm ungrateful as if you put me on and you, like as you say, I fed you. You ain't fed me. The promoters fed me and needed me to be a part as support to make that tour go like it went. And then we was able to go forward and do this Cash Money 3rd anniversary. So me, you, and Fresh being on tour made it cool for Bird and BG to be on the tour when Wayne wasn't gonna be a part of it. We ain't had Wayne, but we still had that look that we had on Back That Ass Up to sell the tour with Baby and BG on the Cash Money 3rd anniversary. And we ain't have number 2 dates, but we had 10 dates, but every date was getting rescheduled since March. Until we get to Nashville, you know what I'm saying? And the promoter on some janky shit. And you know, my whole thing was just getting clarity because a lot of people, bro, just be talking and saying things. And one thing about me, dog, I do not like a motherfucker to have a nigga wrong when I know I'm righteous, you feel me? I'm gonna speak up every time if a motherfucker insinuating a lie or telling a lie on purpose. But nigga called me a broke bum and said, we getting money over here. So what that did, it triggered something. It triggered, I got kicked off a tour and ain't now one of y'all called. Y'all went along, did drops as if y'all got a call and say, look, man, he ain't on here. But I'm still like, man, they don't know what's going on. The promoter probably threw a cross. But then I thought about it. We on this tour because of Juvie. Juvie gave everybody a security card like, look, these are my people. So if they're your people and your people making the decision to kick your people, who's supposed to be your people before you met them, off the tour, you had to agree with that somehow, some way. And then when you didn't respond when I'm trying to call and get some overstanding of what's going on, but you responded when you felt some type of way when I went on Drink Champs and had to clear the air, and you got in your emotions and your feelings and wrote that long ass fanned out paragraph and insinuated some lies instead of being a real one and having a conversation that we could have had before I even went to Drink Champ. Because I told you, bro, look, we need to have a conversation because a lie not sitting well with me. Nigga can't lie on me, no shape, form, or fashion, B. Like, reputation is the cornerstone of power, dog. And I got my own situation going on, so I'm gonna stand up about me and mine respectfully, dog. Respect is everything. I give it and I demand it, and I'ma teach a nigga how to respect me. Fuck a check, nigga. I can't be bought. I could be taught, B. And when you call me a broke bum, I'm like, you know what? Building real ownership, keeping everything, blocking unhealed mindsets. I am a broke bum. Talked it over with my wife. Babe, we about to trademark that. Man, call my lawyer, man, what I need to do to protect this? This $1 million play right here. Trademark that bitch. Now I'm selling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Sent the money to pay what I had to pay to get that shit. Yeah, I got first on Broke Bums. It's broke bums all around the world. That's a deflection. You know what I'm saying? And when you say we get money, it just triggers something. I got kicked off a tour and nigga ain't give me no call. And this is the second time motherfucker say we with no me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, don't get mad when I'm getting clarification and I'm saying what was done to me. You feel me? And you don't have an explanation for it, but you have a in your feelings answer in the comments a long ass insinuated paragraph.
Well, see, the thing is, for me though, Turk, what hurts me is that, you know, once again, Cash Money, Hot Boys, you know, that's a cornerstone in hip hop, definitely Southern hip hop as well. And for y'all not to be celebrating